Hey, it's Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
I'm Bart.
Irish whiskey from Middleton. It's Redbreast Tawny Port Cask Edition.
Tawny port, we're going to test it.
Single pot still Irish whiskey style.
Tawny style. All right. Box looks very rose hips style. Ooh,
Rose hips, little pinkish, not lavender. Maybe lavender.
Yeah, could be. Almost looks like a pinkish clay.
It actually kind of stood out on the shelf, which is how I saw it at the store. I was like, oh, that's a new Redbreast. What is that?
Do you have a water handy?
Oh,
Hold on.
pause.
Is there one?
All right, back. Got water now. Anyway, saw this box in the liquor store. Said that looks like a new Redbreast.
Yeah.
It is. It's the Tawny Port Cask Edition, 46% ABV.
I just
Is
like
it
the word
700 or 750?
It's going to be 700 if you're even asking.
750.
Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, that's like a weak bottom. It's like when we do the grumpy dummies. Weak bottom. Actually, maybe it's just because there's not a bottom in there. So this does not look like a Redbreast box, I guess, but I got to admit, I don't even remember ever purchasing a Redbreast that was in a box. But
Yeah, 15. I don't think 12 cask strength
okay.
does have a box. 15, 18, anything
But they
past the 12. Maybe the 12 does or doesn't. I don't remember for sure.
All right. Whenever I guess I've never bought a 21. You did. But, wow. Okay.
Triple distilled Irish whiskey style.
Yeah.
I think the majority, if not all, are
Majority. It's not
triple
all,
distilled.
Yeah, majority.
And also single
You mean
pot.
majority Redbreast? I think
all
Red-
Irish whiskeys.
Majority.
Majority of Irish whiskeys are triple distilled. If not, I'm not sure if that's in their requirements or not, where it has to be triple
I'm going
distilled.
to say no. Put it in the comments.
This is single pot still method, which uses malted and unmalted barleys in the Redbreast tradition. Some Irish whiskeys are single malt whiskeys. Some are the single pot still, where they use the malted and unmalted barleys. I've actually found I prefer the single pot still whiskeys come off a little bit fruitier, more tropical
Okay.
than single malts. But
Got
we'll
it.
see.
Got it. I do love Redbreast.
Yeah.
And I missed it. You said there's no age statement?
No age statement, 46% ABV, and I see Tawny Port hogsheads.
Yes.
So
Got it.
I like the color. And I would imagine this is, Redbreast does some nice sherry influence or port influences, maturations, you could say, not just a finish.
Sure.
I think a little bit longer, if not majority of casks are
I got a nice marshmallow cream with touches of oak.
peaches, I thought at first.
Really? I got to go in. It is
Cinnamon.
in the salivation.
Cinnamon and nutmeg, peaches, stoned fruits, slight tropical, a little bit of berries, sugary,
Ooh. Holy moly.
sugary.
You're going to need to sip. The very first touch, I thought, oh, do I have a little bit of spice? And then immediately it was all sweet and powdered sugar. And now I'm into these lovely caramel vanillas in the finish. Wow. Caramel finish. Very nice.
Yeah. At first seemed a little light on the palate. It was like, I took a sip, was swishing it around, moving it in my mouth, and wasn't getting much. But after about 3, 4, 5 seconds, then it started to set in.
Yeah.
And very nice, very fruity, caramel, good one, very caramelish, caramelish,
Caramelish.
caramels. That's a lot of caramel.
It's caramelish.
Caramels, caramel, caramel.
Tell me about the fruit. I'm not nearly as good about picking out
got-
fruit as you are.
I got a little strawberry right there. A little strawberry, a little raspberry, some other berries.
Dark berries.
Still, I like some peach with it though as well. Stoned fruits,
Yeah.
very nice, very fruity. Forefront, slight spiciness with the cinnamons, nutmegs. That's almost more on the nose.
Yeah. And it is a little subdued. It's the spice. And then as soon as that first the first swallow kicks in, it just goes really sweet. Again, that powdered sugar, the honey, and then those stone fruits come in the deeper finish further along.
Honeycomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Very nice. I'm glad it's 46%. It really kind of feels like if it was too much lighter, it may come off as too weak. Past the 12 year, I believe, is 40% ABV, and then everything else after that from Redbreast is 46% or higher. So this is kind of that low range of the higher or the older options that they offer past the 12 year.
Can you read any of that? I would need my readers. Everybody said in the other video we need to get like the Ralphie magnifying glass.
Yeah.
So we can read.
Oh, I do have one.
Oh, wow. Is it that old
I can-
style Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was my dad's
Oh, really?
that he kept in his.
Huh. Well, that's
Thank-
cool.
Anyway,
You get that.
yeah.
I like that.
New or now? Nose. Notes of
Spot on.
buttered pastry and
Okay.
caramelized almonds.
Got the caramel. I can see almond.
Undertones of praline, dried cherry, and floral honey. I can barely read this. Barely.
Got it.
That's on the nose, but taste rich and nutty with notes of chocolate coated hazelnut and salted caramel, followed by fresh plums and dried fig, orange marmalade with hints of toasted oak.
Okay.
The finish is on there too, but that's enough reading for now.
Yeah, definitely so. We do have our little Scotch test dummy toppers so that if we were sitting around and all of a sudden I was sleepy, because I get sleepy now in the old age, we just put that topper on there and save it for another day. Boom. So that's
I like this. I was impressed with it. It's been opened and sampled. I didn't give it an in-depth, look, but I mean, I had a little bit of drop of water.
as well. And what was interesting, you even said you saw this and we didn't use Patreon funds. You used your own money.
I bought this one. I don't know
means
why.
You really, I think it's because you love Redbreast.
Well, I do. I do.
Right.
like red.
So I think you didn't want a Greco-Roman wrestle for it.
And I do like to see, and it's been a while back. I'd kind of called out Irish whiskey. I wanted to see more, exploration, more variations, because it's like you'd go to our liquor stores, and most liquor stores, you'd have, the Redbreast, maybe the 12 and the 15, and the cask strength.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you'd have,
proper,
the Jameson whiskeys and the Tullamore
I
Dew.
do like Black Barrel from Jameson.
Bushmills, and it was always just the same offerings that you didn't ever really see too many variations
Sure.
like you do. I mean, I think Scotland and Scotch does more,
Sure. I'm with
and I was like, I want to see more from Irish whiskeys.
really. And Redbreast, boom.
Redbreast is one I see.
Tawny. What is Tawny?
Tawny port
Other than a cool,
It's a variation.
type of wine.
of port. It's kind of a tawny like.
Got it. Obviously, the port is like a fortified wine. Yeah, it's a fortified wine.
Ooh,
Good. I'm not a big wine guy.
drop of water actually kind of expanded everything. A little bit more spicy.
I didn't get any woo out of it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Even more caramel on the finish.
to me,
Brittle, caramel brittle.
really, I thought it was too muted. I felt like it downplayed those stone fruits for me, so I just drank
May
it
have.
because it was still good.
Yeah, port is a fortified wine like sherry, Oloroso sherry, Pedro Jimenez sherry. You've got a ruby port, tawny port.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of other. I know those two off the top of my head.
I love
but
port finished whiskeys, so if I go get any fortified wine, I think I'll grab a lot of port. I don't know.
an
That's it.
Oloroso.
Maybe that. Hell, I'll get a P.
Score it.
87 for me. It's good. It's not blowing me away, but it's solid. I like it. I gotta admit, I think, well, I'm kind of spoiled by the Redbreast 21 that I've had that you have. It's just so good.
Yeah.
But I know you can't compare this to the 21.
Yeah. Even the 15 and the 18 are nice variations. I'm actually going 90. This is breaching right there. And 90 is my score for really good whiskeys.
It
It's
is,
right there.
yeah.
I think a little bit more depth, a little bit more age, a little bit more ABV would push it up higher.
Good.
But very nice.
I like that they're playing around. That's
yeah.
good.
$110.
Eee. Ooh.
Irish whiskeys, and we're in Kansas, Wichita. But Kansas is one of the states Irish whiskeys run about $20 to $30 higher than they do in some other states, California being one of the cheapest. I used to order
What?
a lot of Irish whiskey from California.
It's cheaper in California.
Oh, yeah. It'll be like, so this bottle probably in California is probably $80.
Shut up.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about housing in California? Is that
That's
cheaper?
a lot. That's very cheap.
Oh, wow. You can just pick up like
Like-
a 4-bedroom ranch style home.
A $300,000
$80,000.
house here is like 50 grand in
Oh.
California.
Well, it's moved.
It's cheap.
Yeah,
Cheap real estate.
Your San Diego's got good weather. Cheap real estate. Yeah, real estate. Steel down there.
That's it.
Steel.
It's a good whiskey. I don't regret buying. I don't even regret spending my own money on it. I wouldn't buy another one at 110. Around this, if it was $75 to $80. So yeah, like take Redbreast 15. In our area, it's $120.
Yeah.
You can buy it in California for 80. So that's why I say this is probably, I think California or Kansas is just one of those states that has higher.
We're moving.
They charge more to import.
What's the
Irish whiskey.
housing like in San Francisco?
Ooh, it's very.
Open and free?
Yep.
All right. Hey, if you go to Patreon, you can look up Scotch Test Dummies. You can go and support this kind of content for as low as $1 a month, or you can scale it up to 2 or 3, or you can pick a number and you can do it even by the video.
Yep.
What else?
Go to ScotchTestDummies.com. You can pick up our barrel caps. We got water droppers, shirts, not these shirts.
Not these shirts.
Hats, not that hat anymore, but we
It
had it.
used to be
It all helps support the show, keeps the lights on, keeps the whiskey coming.
Scotch It. You Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies.